Success is not an accident. It's a result of the habits you cultivate every single day. What you do consistently shapes who you become and what you achieve. Every great accomplishment starts with small, daily actions that compound over time. It's easy to underestimate the power of daily rituals because they often seem insignificant in the moment, but over weeks, months, and years, they create momentum that drives extraordinary results. The truth is, your life is a reflection of your daily habits. If you want to change your life in 2025, start by mastering your daily rituals. A ritual is more than just a routine. It's an intentional act designed to direct your focus, elevate your energy, and align you with your goals. Successful people don't leave their day to chance. They design it. They create rituals that prime their mind, body, and spirit for peak performance. Imagine starting each morning with a ritual that ignites your passion, centers your focus, and fills you with unstoppable energy. It could be as simple as a 10-minute practice of gratitude, a brisk walk, or a few minutes of deep breathing and visualization. What matters is consistency, because success is built through what you repeatedly do. Most people wait for motivation to take action. But here's the truth. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. When you commit to a daily ritual and stick to it, no matter how you feel, you train yourself to take control of your state. You no longer let your emotions dictate your actions. You become the master of your day. Over time, this builds discipline and confidence, creating a positive feedback loop. When you consistently follow through on your rituals, you begin to trust yourself more deeply. And when you trust yourself, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Rituals are powerful because they remove decision fatigue. When you wake up each day knowing exactly what you will do to set yourself up for success, you eliminate doubt, hesitation, and procrastination. You don't waste energy wondering whether you'll exercise, meditate, or plan your day. You simply do it. This frees up your mental energy to focus on what truly matters, achieving your goals and making progress. Over time, your rituals become second nature, and success becomes inevitable. But the real magic of daily rituals is how they transform your identity. You may start with a simple habit, but through repetition, that habit becomes part of who you are. You no longer say, "I'm trying to be successful." You embody success through your actions. Every day, you reinforce the belief that you are disciplined, driven, and capable of achieving your dreams. That shift in identity is what leads to lasting change. So in 2025, commit to one powerful daily ritual. Keep it simple, stay consistent, and watch how it transforms not only your day, but your entire life. Your mind is the command center of your life. What you feed it daily shapes your thoughts, emotions, and actions. The truth is, your life is a direct reflection of your mental patterns. If you want to change your life in 2025, you must begin by conditioning your mind every single day. It's not enough to think positively once in a while or only when things are going well. Lasting change requires a consistent daily practice that rewires your brain to focus on what empowers you rather than what limits you. Most people start their day passively, scrolling through social media, reacting to messages, or absorbing negative news. This sets their mind into a state of stress and distraction before the day even begins. But you have the power to choose what you feed your mind first thing in the morning. Begin your day by focusing on gratitude, affirmations, or powerful incantations that shift your emotional state. When you fill your mind with empowering thoughts, you take control of your focus, and your focus determines your reality. Remember, where your focus goes, your energy flows. If you consistently focus on what you are grateful for and what you want to create, your mind will begin to search for opportunities to make it happen. This is not about wishful thinking. It's about programming your brain through repetition. Your brain is like a muscle. It strengthens what you use most. When you practice gratitude daily, you condition your mind to see abundance rather than lack. When you use affirmations, you reinforce your belief in your ability to succeed. Over time, these practices create new neural pathways that drive your thoughts, decisions, and behaviors automatically. What once felt uncomfortable or unnatural becomes part of who you are. Positive priming also shifts your emotional state, and your state is everything. Your emotions drive your actions, and your actions create your results. If you start each day feeling grateful, empowered, and focused, you will show up differently in your work, your relationships, and your challenges. You will approach obstacles with creativity and persistence instead of fear and doubt. And because success is built on consistent action, your emotional state becomes a critical factor in your daily performance. But this practice isn't just about the morning, it's about managing your focus throughout the day. Throughout your day, life will throw distractions, setbacks, and negativity your way. The key is to return to your positive priming whenever you feel off course. Take a moment to breathe deeply, revisit your affirmations, or simply remind yourself of what you are working toward. By doing this, you interrupt negative thought patterns before they can take hold and redirect your energy back to what truly matters. Consistency is the secret. You cannot expect to condition your mind once and experience lasting change. Just as you would never go to the gym once and expect to be fit for life, you must train your mind daily. The more you practice, the more automatic it becomes. Soon you will find that optimism, confidence, and focus are no longer something you have to reach for, they are your default state. The true power of daily positive priming is that it transforms your identity. When you repeatedly feed your mind empowering thoughts and emotions, you stop questioning your abilities. You no longer need to force yourself to be positive, you simply are. You become the person who sees opportunity in every challenge, who remains calm under pressure, and who persists when others quit. You don't just do positive things, you become a positive force. In 2025, make this a daily habit. Condition your mind to focus on gratitude, possibilities, and solutions. Start your day with intention and return to that focus whenever you stray. With consistent practice, you will create a mind that empowers you, a heart that drives you, and a life that reflects your highest potential. The quality of your life is determined by the standards you set for yourself and the actions you take to meet them. Everything you currently have in your life, your career, relationships, health, and happiness, is a reflection of the standards you've accepted up to this point. If you want to change your life in 2025, you must start by raising your standards. When you set a higher standard for what you expect from yourself and commit to it daily, your life begins to transform. Raising your standards means deciding that good enough is no longer acceptable. It means refusing to settle for less than you are capable of achieving. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not talent or luck, it's their standards. People with high standards demand more from themselves. They don't make excuses, and they don't let setbacks define them. Instead, they use challenges as fuel to push themselves further. When you set a new standard, you no longer negotiate with yourself. You decide that this is who you are, and you act accordingly. The most powerful standards are not external, they come from within. They are about who you choose to be every single day. When you raise your standards, you shift your identity. For example, instead of saying, I want to get fit, you say, I am someone who values my health and exercises daily. Instead of hoping to be more productive, you decide, I am a person who honors my time and focuses on what matters. When your standard becomes part of your identity, your actions naturally follow. You don't have to push yourself, you simply show up because that's who you are. But raising your standards is not a one-time decision, it's a daily commitment. It's easy to set high standards when you feel motivated, but true change happens when you follow through even on the days you don't feel like it. Every day, you must choose to act in alignment with your new standard, even when it's uncomfortable or inconvenient. Over time, your consistency builds momentum and your new standard becomes second nature. When you raise your standards, you also raise the quality of your environment. You begin to surround yourself with people who challenge and inspire you. You distance yourself from negativity and choose relationships that align with your values and goals. Your environment shapes your standards, so be intentional about who and what you allow into your life. The most important part of raising your standards is holding yourself accountable. Talk is cheap, results are what matter. Track your progress, measure your actions, and celebrate your growth. But never lower your standard to fit your comfort zone. Instead, use your setbacks as learning opportunities and come back stronger. In 2025, decide to set a new standard for what you accept from yourself in your life. Choose to be the person who follows through, who keeps promises to themselves, and who leads by example. When you commit to living by higher standards every day, your life will elevate to a level you once thought impossible. Your destiny is shaped not by your circumstances, but by your decisions. Every great transformation begins with a single, powerful choice. The quality of your life comes down to the choices you make consistently, not just once in a while. It's easy to let life happen to you, reacting to situations as they arise, but true power comes when you stop reacting and start deciding. Deciding who you are, what you stand for, and what you will no longer tolerate. If you want to change your life in 2025, it begins with a firm decision backed by unwavering commitment. A real decision is more than a wish or a hope. It is a line in the sand. A moment when you say, enough is enough, and truly mean it. Most people never change because they never fully decide. They say they want success, health, or happiness, but their actions show hesitation. A true decision is absolute. It cuts off all other possibilities. It means you burn the boats, leaving yourself no option but to move forward. When you make a decision with that level of certainty, you unlock a power within you that drives action and breaks through obstacles. Decisions are powerful because they shape your focus, and your focus creates your reality. The moment you decide on a goal and commit to it daily, your mind begins searching for ways to achieve it. You start to see opportunities where others see roadblocks. You begin to attract the resources, people, and ideas needed to bring your vision to life, but it all starts with a decision. A decision that you will find a way no matter what. However, making a decision is only the first step. The true test is what happens after. The world will challenge your decision. You will face setbacks, doubts, and failures. But this is where real growth happens, when you choose to stay committed even when the excitement fades. Most people quit when things get hard, but those who succeed understand that discomfort is part of the process. They decide every single day to keep going. And through that persistence, they build strength, resilience, and character. A single decision can change your entire life. History is filled with people whose destinies shifted because they made a decision and never looked back. But it's not just about the big life-changing choices. The small decisions you make every day, what you eat, how you spend your time, how you respond to challenges, are what shape your future. Every decision, no matter how small, either moves you closer to your goals or further away. So, in 2025, commit to becoming a person who decides with clarity and acts with certainty. When you face fear, decide to act anyway. When you encounter failure, decide to learn and keep moving forward. When you feel doubt, decide to trust in your ability to figure things out.